morning I had some people contacting me to say that there was a waiting list and could they get me in, really, and sort of begging me and bribing me, which was great. So I did think there's probably a sort of get me in, resell, Ticketmaster sort of opportunity. Obviously for the social good, not to make money. Never do that. So it's great to have us. What I want to do actually, just before it starts, we've got a double act as well. So my name's Pippa and we've got Toby over here as well. Play with the dance. So we've got Toby. So we're a Scottish-German double act for you. It's a very international evening we've got ahead of us. I'm the non-technical one, so I'm here to just explain a bit about our journey so far and a bit about the why of how we're doing this, and then I'll pass over to Toby who'll tell you about our wonderful product that we've built and how we're taking that forward. So we'll get more into the technical bit of it all. So just very quickly, Team Urban Tide, that's me, Toby, and we've got Jacek, Sylvia and Rika are somewhere in the audience. They're there to sort of heckle or clap or laugh appropriately or whatever, but it's great to have them on board. So we're a small team of 7. We've been running, this is our 3rd year now, and we're based out in just up the road actually in Codebase. I don't know if everybody's been to Codebase, but it is the UK's biggest technology incubator. So there's over 80 companies within there. There's also other inhabitants like CodeClan, and we've got some representatives from CodeClan here tonight as well, and also the University of Edinburgh have recently moved in. So it's a fantastic environment for a startup, so we're really pleased to be there. And so there's about over 80 companies, and they also help you raise investment, so they've raised over $500 million so far for some of the inhabitants that are in there. They also run a really, really good fun table tennis tournament, and I'm only telling you that because I won my match today. I played my first round match today and I won. And if you think running a 3-year-old startup is stressful, playing a one match to a 1 game to 11 set of table tennis is extremely stressful. I don't know my heart rate's been as high in the last 3 years for sure. So, and I would only be done that for one. Never could. So what we do is our big niche area is smart cities, and we're here to talk specifically about the data aspect of smart cities, which we'll get onto in a minute. But because they are intrinsically linked, but smart cities is a sort of much broader topic. It's a bit of a buzzword as well, but like big data and various others that we come across. But the main thing at the heart of smart cities is that we're going through both a period of rapid urbanisation, when more and more people are living in large urban areas or cities, but also that there's incredible population growth happening at the same time. So just got a couple of images to show you. For this is UN data, just in terms of how the growth of the urban population is happening. So we focus on, so the blue dots are where the population is already greater than 75%, and the turquoise dots is where it's sort of 50 to 75, but you'll see some of the other ones coming up there. So at this stage there's very few urban areas where we have got a population of over 75%. At the moment in the world we're projected by 2050 that over 66% of the population will live in urban areas, and the population almost from today will be about 2.5 more people that will be living in the world. So it's a really interesting growth area to be involved in, and a really interesting challenge that affects us all. So just to take you through some of the numbers, so this is 1990, and then you'll start to see that the populations between, for example, China, 302 million, it's doubled to 630 million in this space of time, so in this 20 years, but it's still only at 25 to 50% urbanisation. So there's a lot of still people living in rural areas over in the Far East. But you start to see certainly in America, North America, South America, more and more people, it's becoming urbanised much quicker. And that's definitely something that we've seen through. So take ourselves up to 2030, China again, so it's gone up from 302 to 630 to 905 in the space of the next 20 years, and it's now going through 50 to 75%. So there's still a long way to go in this, and you start to see then by 2050, as we said, there's 66% of the world's population are now projected to live in cities, but this is just going to still continue. So some of the numbers are really quite staggering, and so the opportunity and the potential within this market is massive. Just to put that into a bit of reality for you, so this means for London, which is one of our super cities, that it is growing by 110,000 people a year. So that is a full tube train of new people are arriving every week. India, it's far worse even, or better. But the population of Australia is 24 million people are moving into India's cities each year. That's a lot. That's a lot of people. I've only been to India once. I was actually there exactly this time last year, and it's just an amazing, amazing experience. And just even being in some of those cities there, which are already heavily populated, it is quite staggering to appreciate how they are going to cope with the number of people that want to live in urban areas. And then in Edinburgh, just to give you a bit of context, we are forecast to grow by 28% in the next sort of 25 years. Those figures from 2012 up to 2097. And for those of you that know and love Edinburgh, that's a challenging situation to deal with. So the main challenges as we see them is how our cities or large urban areas are going to cope. There's more people, they're more demanding, there's more services that are required for those people, and there is, and where we want to think there is then more data. I mean, 90% of the world's data has been created in the last 2 years, and we just, as I'm sure you all know, we pour data off ourselves as we go about our daily lives. And our cities are trying to gather more and more of that data to make sense of it in order to plan the future. And that's where we can. Cities are also facing another challenge where they have to do more with less. So you read in the paper about council tax increases and budget decreases, and cities are always looking at innovative ways that they can do that. And data really is at the core of this. And so our main purpose in life is to try to help urban areas cope, compete, and then collaborate in this space. So, what are smart cities? Just briefly, the way that we see them, and it is this bit about making better use of data. So this was a chap called Rick Robinson, who used to work for IBM. He blogs a lot as the urban technologist, if you're interested. He's writes some very good, well-balanced literature in this space. So this is a sort of most simple way of describing smart cities, where there is things technology can do, and there's things that make cities better. And somewhere in the middle there, that's where the magic happens, if you like. Because smart cities per se, there's a technology focus to them, there's a data focus very much at its heart, but there's also a big cultural journey for cities and large urban areas to go in here. So it's not being technology led at the moment, and it's not being data led, and that's where we see that there's a niche to support. With the technology that is available just now, could do a lot more than it's currently doing, but there's a whole cultural engagement piece to work on. But it's a really important point at the bottom here as well, which is around delivering the services that people both want and need. So not just delivering services because the technology can, but actually what is it that people want. And there's a whole movement around open government, and a whole movement about increased democracy, etc., where we're trying also to get more and more people involved in the running and the operation of our cities, so that it's not a broadcast relationship between cities and their citizens and all those who So there's a lot going on in this space. As I say, we'll come on to focus where one of our first new product lies around the data. So just to give you a few examples of how we build smart cities. We'll give you, so Future City Glasgow. People heard of the Future Cities demonstrator in Glasgow? Just you?